Guys, I'm Joel. I'm the Connect Pastor here at Community, and I just want to take a moment to connect with you. There's definitely been some upsides, I'd say, to this extra time at home. I've gotten all kinds of extra time with my girls and my wife, and there have been times when I've just been sitting here really relaxed and very grateful for this extra rest. But there are also definitely for me points of uncertainty. I don't like hearing all of the bad news. There's fears both for myself and fears that I hear from other people. And there's questions. There's lots of questions. Back in January, I started streaming on a platform called Twitch. And I just streamed my Bible in a year, hoping to connect with a bunch of non-Christians. And just last week, somebody got on and asked this question. They said, "Where is God in this coronavirus outbreak?" And it was a little awkward for me because I knew where God was, that He was the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But communicating that to somebody who probably doesn't believe was difficult. And I gotta say, in one of my own bouts of fear, or let's just call it concerning conversation that I was having with God, I repeated that question to Him, and I feel like I had God remind me of who He was. And then last night my girls had me read them this story, the solar system. And on page 2 it has this graphic, our solar system, and it's got the sun in the middle, and it talks about how all the other planets rotate around the sun. And I just thought how silly it is that us humans used to think that we were the center of the universe, and how humbling it is to know that we rotate around the sun, and that we aren't the center of this world. And I feel like God was telling me I gotta remember my place in this world so that I can rest assured in His place in this world. And it reminds me of how Jesus in John chapter 8 verse 58 was talking, and He said, "Very truly, before Abraham was, I am." Jesus uses the same way to define Himself and describe Himself as God did in the Old Testament when Moses asks Him, "Who should I tell them that you are?" He says, "I am." And throughout the book of John, Jesus says, "I am the good shepherd. I am the lamb that was slain. I am the bread of life and the light of the world. I am the way, the truth, and the life." I just encourage you to put these truths into practice, because while these may be very difficult and uncertain times, these are exactly the kind of times where you can actually put your faith into action. I can't wait to see you guys in person.